We talk so much about the FIRE movement, financial independence, retire early. But what really happens after you've done it, after you hit that magic number? Today, we're going to explore that very question, how to find real purpose beyond just the finances.
So, let's just dive right into the heart of it. Does achieving financial independence automatically mean you'll be happy? It seems like it should, doesn't it? But as you might guess, the answer is a little more complicated than a simple yes or no.
All right, and before we really get into the thick of it, just a quick but important reminder. Everything we're discussing here is for educational purposes. We're exploring some big ideas, not giving out any specific financial advice.
Now, it's so easy to see why FIRE is such a powerful dream. I mean, the idea of finally being free from the 9-to-5 grind, having complete control over your own time, and not having to stress about money, it sounds like the perfect recipe for a happy life, doesn't it? That's the promise that gets so many of us started on this path.
But this is where we have to look a little closer. On one side of the coin, money is an incredible tool. There's no doubt about it. It can lift that heavy weight of financial stress right off your shoulders and give you amazing freedom and flexibility. But, and this is a big but, money itself doesn't just create meaning out of thin air. It doesn't guarantee you'll feel fulfilled, and it certainly won't solve every single problem in your life.
So if money isn't the direct source of happiness, then what is? Well, time and again, research and just life point to these core pillars. Having a real sense of purpose, something that gets you out of bed in the morning. Building strong, meaningful relationships. Taking care of your physical and mental health. And always continuing to learn and grow as a person. And if you notice, none of these things actually have a price tag.
And that leads us to what might be the single biggest trap on the journey to FIRE. So many people become absolutely laser-focused on hitting the number. They spend years, sometimes decades, optimizing every single dollar, but they spend almost no time designing the life they actually want to live once they get there.
So here's the crucial shift in thinking. FIRE isn't the destination, it's the vehicle. It's an incredibly powerful tool that supports happiness. How? Well, first, it gives you back total control over your most valuable asset, your time. Second, that constant low-level hum of anxiety about money just fades away. And third, and this is the real game changer, it clears your mind so you can finally focus your energy on what truly matters to you.
Which brings us to the most important question you could ever ask yourself on this path, and has absolutely nothing to do with spreadsheets or stock portfolios. Seriously, what kind of life do you really want to live? If you woke up tomorrow with all the money you needed, what would you do with your day?
Because without some clarity on that, without a blueprint for what comes next, all that freedom you worked so hard for can feel surprisingly empty. Imagine it, waking up on a Tuesday morning with absolutely nothing you have to do. At first, it's liberating, but after a while, that limitless freedom can start to feel a lot like being lost.
And this really gets to the core of it all. Financial independence creates the perfect conditions for happiness. It's like it clears the runway for takeoff, but it doesn't fly the plane for you. True, lasting happiness comes from how you consciously and intentionally use that freedom to build a life you love.
So as we wrap this up, let's just sit with this thought for a moment. Maybe the real goal isn't just to be financially independent. Maybe the real goal is to use that independence to build a life that is truly meaningful, wonderfully balanced, and deeply fulfilling. Now that is a goal worth chasing.